because this is so much smaller than that. And I was doing this one, then I saw that thingy. I was like, I've seen that before. So it is what it is.
It is what it is. It is a bit scary. That was a drawback. I was like, why haven't I thought to use this before?
Oh, why am I like sinking into you? Go a wee bit. Okay, that's perfect.
Right here?
Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah.
Want me to scoot up a little bit?
Yeah. Oh, it's a bouncy chair.
It is. It's a bounce house of love.
Deck game enjoyer. Eggs and bacon game. Sabi.
This was a game changer.
I like it. I like it.
Mike's plugged in. Cool.
Alright. It's 11. I guess we could just like...
Yeah, go into it.
Let's get into it. What's going on, everybody? Hey! It's not turning
I was turning it up the whole time. I was like, why isn't this going down? It's because I was turning it up to the absolute max.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Tear Jerkers. My name's E Valley.
I'm D Money.
And today we are ranking Disney princesses. Yeah.
Notice the crowns
Yeah.
and the beautiful hair.
Yeah. So, y'all know how we do this. We have our own ranking system. This is the beautiful, one-of-a-kind, most expensive $1 million board. We got GOAT category. Did you see that? Pretty good.
They saw
Man.
better, yeah.
And then, where's those two?
Kind of bad and the pit.
The pit. And throughout this, I mean, we're going to be ranking them on, this is basically like what we did with the Friends characters, so it's just what we think of them, opinion based, and throughout we have two perks. We have two perks, and we flip a coin to see who gets what perk, and the quarter is right now, and so this is what we do.
The quarter? That's a magician's trick. For those of you who don't know, this guy is a magician.
I'm a magician.
That's a magician's trick. I don't know what he just did. He probably just switched out the coin.
It's a real coin.
It was.
Heads,
I don't know what it is now.
Heads and tails. Heads and tails. What we do is we switch off. I'm going to flip it today. If I get heads, that means I get the put it in your pocket, which means I can take any specific one I want and bring it up as far as I want. And then on the other hand, if I get heads, he gets tails. So vice versa, whichever happens. Tails is...
My vision.
My vision! And that means...
You can take any of the characters and move them down as low as you would like.
Yeah.
So far, whenever we flipped, we haven't got what we wanted. I'd like to break that streak today.
Yeah, here we go.
Yeah, this quarter. If it's a quarter, that's a quota. That ain't a quarter, that's a quota.
You ready?
I'm ready.
I get put it in your pocket.
You wanted that?
I don't know.
You seem happy.
I don't know. I think I would be happy either way.
You literally like clutch your chest like, yes, victorious.
I'm scared that none of the princesses are going to be pit worthy. I'm not sure.
I don't think there are going to be any, but you won't know until you start talking about it.
So
I think put it in your pocket was a good one for today.
Yeah, so
I'm a little jelly.
A little jelly. So you got my vision. I got put in your pocket. Guys, thank y'all for coming around. And I guess without further ado, we're gonna get started on this.
Let's get it started.
So
first pick.
Let's go.
You first pick.
I don't even know. You go first. Pink goes first.
Well.
Oh.
Let's get it started. Elsa.
Elsa. You know what her name means?
Name? No.
It's pledged to God.
Elsa?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, it is interesting. in this case, maybe it's like pledged to the ice gods. I don't know.
Interesting.
So, well, okay, you ready?
No.
You ready? I'm gonna say goat. She's not my favorite, but there's a reason why, like, she's loved so much. And first of all, she's got powers. That's cool. She's pretty. She's a pretty they're all pretty princesses, I guess. But, like, she's pretty. She's like, she's a princess. They're all princesses. I can't say that. It's gonna be redundant. But, like, she's so loved by everyone. I take it back. I'm gonna say pretty good.
I'll go with pretty good.
I take it back. Because I don't actually like her myself, but she is kind of goat, though.
Like...
And she has powers.
She is the embodiment of goat, but when you take a close look, you're like, she alright.
Can I say something?
Say something.
She kind of sucks. She kind of sucks.
She took forever to get out of the room.
True.
Like, forever to get a hold of her powers.
That's a good point.
She like kind of put her sister through a lot, but you know. But at the same time, she's a good character. She can sing.
Have you seen Frozen 2?
No.
Oh man, it's not.
I didn't like the first Frozen, so I was like, I'm good on 2.
Look, Frozen was. It was
cool.
good.
It was alright.
The second one was like.
Was there a need for it? It felt forced.
Yeah, for sure. It was definitely forced. I
felt like that story was wrapped up in the first one.
I almost want to say man.
Her ice powers are pretty cool.
That's it though. Now I'm thinking about it.
Yeah.
She's kind of like.
Honestly, I like her sister more.
Yeah. That's what made me start thinking. And she kind of caused all the bad stuff. They wouldn't even be in the movie. She's mad, bro.
She dropped really quickly. That might be the quickest anything we've ranked has dropped.
Yeah, because I'm like go.
You go like out of the gates, and you took me aback. I was like, "Whoa, we're starting out with go." I don't know what to.
But you understand where like my mind was coming.
I was gonna say pretty good. Honestly, I'm good with man.
I'm good with man.
I'm good with man.
I don't even know why I said go. I'm kind of weirded out by it. But I do know why.
Her powers are great.
Look at that picture.
It's a great picture.
Man.
She's mad.
She's mad, guys.
Honestly, I feel like by this point in Disney, it had started to peak. Sorry.
Yeah.
Or it had peaked already.
Well, yeah.
It had peaked already.
Listen, it was.
Although Tangled was the same year, we'll get to that.
The animation was really good on this movie.
It was.
And I do like some of the characters.
Yeah.
The characters were really good. The characters were funny.
I like Donna. That's about it.
Donna.
Anna.
Oh, I was like, who's Donna?
Honestly, that's about it. Didn't like the snowman.
The elk was cool.
The elk was cool. Didn't like the snowman.
The dude was alright, and the
snowman was cool.
The snowman was funny, bro.
He was
funny.
He was annoying.
He was funny.
He legit annoyed me. It was pretty annoying to get through, honestly.
Yeah, man.
Honestly, and that's Josh Gad, and I feel like that character embodies Josh Gad.
I hope this doesn't fall behind you.
I hope so too.
Yeah.
I kind of tested it a little bit.
Okay.
And it didn't seem to budge.
But that's good because
I didn't test the first one. So.
I'll make sure I try not to. I almost did it. The second row, second one. Yeah, that's the one.
I think Elsa and May is a good start.
Okay.
It's gonna be a little controversial.
Brave.
Merida. Merida, yes.
Merida. I'm going to say.
I kind of want to say meh. I'm okay with pretty good just because she's really good with a bow and arrow. She's pretty brave. I get it.
Yes, but in the same token.
But she's not too engaging and.
Well, like Elsa, she's kind of like.
She's kind of just there.
She's selfish at most points.
Yeah.
Doesn't care about that her mother's in pain at some points.
Like this. Yeah.
She's cool though. She's cool.
She's a cool main character / princess, but
Merida.
It was really the side characters that kept me going through that movie.
Yeah.
I'm good with Matt. I thought I was gonna say
too.
pretty good with her, but I think I'm gonna go with Matt.
I think that she got a little bit overrated.
What's funny is that she has a decent amount of people that don't like her.
I didn't know that.
Is
Now
Wreck-It Ralph?
yeah.
Was it the second one that they had all those princesses in a room? Do you remember that?
Right.
And I think Merida, they had her talk, but it was like gibberish. It was making fun of her fun of like her thick accent.
I do like her accent though.
I like it. It's funny.
Yeah.
I went on a tangent. I wanna go with Matt. This board is surprisingly out of the gate.
Yeah. All right.
I thought I was gonna say pretty good for both of them, but forcing us to think about it, I think Man's a good place.
I think man's good.
Okay.
All right. Next.
Oh.
Pocahontas.
Pocahontas.
Her name means
Floating down the river.
the playful one.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Does that go with her character? Was she
Kinda.
playful?
She's kind of like
She was
playing
a
with
little-
the wind, playing with the trees.
She was.
The animals.
She was. Actually, she was, yeah.
Okay. Here we go. Are you ready?
Yes.
3, 2, 1.
Pretty
go.
good.
Okay.
I feel like she was pretty good. I think she's overshadowed by other princesses we're gonna have coming up.
I think she's overshadowed, but for reasons that aren't good reasons.
What do you think those reasons are?
Honestly, because of at the time, like color and culture.
Well, no, I think it's more of the other princesses we have so much more character.
The Pocahontas? Pocahontas was
Yes.
so good. It was so
She was.
deep.
She was, but she was a bit one note. Just really because of the movie. Compare her to other princesses we have coming up that give you a lot more besides. Because there is like a Mulan, for instance,
She ain't
that
gonna
has
look pretty good though.
that has that deepness, but also has the comedy, has the strength and courage, but has that weaknesses
Mulan's
at
not
times.
that funny. It's the characters around her that are funny.
Which one?
Mulan.
It's all of them. She's funny too, though. Just
Like what?
with like her awkwardness, like her physical
Hold on,
comedy.
That's Mulan. We'll get there.
Yeah.
But
Yes.
we'll get there. 'Cause
Pump the brakes.
I'm excited to hear it, but like.
Like compared to her, I feel like Pretty Good is a good spot for her. I like she's good, but I feel like what was so compelling about Pocahontas is the actual story. I feel like she's kind of like a
Okay,
passenger.
now that you're
on the-
saying it, I'm gonna go meh.
Interesting.
Because now I'm thinking about it, like she, as a person, is GOAT.
Is GOAT.
The story,
yes.
she's kind of meh.
As a so-called princess, I would say pretty good to Matt. If she's mad, this is not how I thought this was going to start out.
I put her right there.
You would put her behind them?
Yeah, as far as like excitement, entertainment. Honestly, I'm gonna go for man because I still like her I like her. I like who she is. So I'm not gonna put her lower than man.
No, I was thinking of Matt pretty good, but I was thinking maybe in front of Elsa and.
It's just there's so
Braveheart.
much more like pronounced, like you kind of said in
Yeah,
the movies.
you're
So
not
she's kind of
wrong.
like a side.
She's
not a side character.
She's not a side
definitely.
character. It's just you can tell she's kind of just being pulled along for the ride.
What's funny is I think that's her character though. She's more not pulled along for the ride, but more silent. She's more her
strong and
actions
silent.
Speak for her. Yes,
I agree.
So that's what I do like about her.
I agree. I'm good with behind them in Matt.
Yeah, it might change later. I'm not.
It
gonna lie.
might
That
change.
was kind of weird for me. I'm gonna go for man.
Honestly, I like her more of the three of them, but I think the other two may have a little bit more going for them. So they're both definitely doing more. There's not much she was able to do because she didn't have like any kind of powers.
Had to rotate that. We'll get the air conditioner in there just a little bit. All right. There we go. They're all three in man so far.
Interesting.
Okay.
Interesting.
Just give me one. At this point, I don't even know what we're doing. All right. Meg. Wait. Meg. Yeah. Meg. Megara.
Megara. Meg for short.
Yeah. Which means great, by the way. Meg means great.
I'm loving this. These little tidbits.
Yeah.
And she was great.
Yeah. I mean, I had a crush on her.
I had a big crush. I was in love with
Who you
her.
think you kidding? Anyways.
She was all sharp points, body wise, but as
That's
a kid,
true, yeah.
But as a kid, I was like, whoa.
I'm gonna have to say no chance. No, I'm gonna have to say man. Cause she's even like less involved.
She's less involved
And
than
she's-
everyone else. But she's so entertaining.
She is entertaining, but she is very entertaining, and she's lovable, which gives her that edge up as far as that. But as far as being involved, like Elsa, she has lower, so I think it's equaling out to Matt. That's what I would say.
You're making a very compelling.
Like, I don't like putting her in Matt,
It
but
doesn't
like it makes
feel
sense.
Can we put her top in man?
Yeah.
Does that feel right? Or should we put her at the back?
Like second.
Because she's less involved than everybody there.
I honestly think right here.
But she's so much more likable to me. She's more
Elsa's
compelling.
like just the thing about Elsa is she's like too perfect, but she's not. But you know what I mean? Like she's like perfect.
I get what you mean because it's kind of like her circumstances don't feel as impactful.
Meg's?
No.
Oh,
Elsa.
Elsa's.
Yeah.
I mean,
Like she's not a bad character, but the stuff she had to go through, they don't feel as like, oh my god.
well, basically the movie is about the struggle within herself.
Within herself.
Which happens to take physical form as ice, which it's a very interesting, complex.
I get
side of herself.
I get what they were trying to do.
Second.
Are we going second?
I don't think she should be above Elsa, but I mean,
I'm okay with her being behind Elsa, honestly.
that's a tough one.
It's probably more of a personal bias for me with Meg.
I mean,
Hercules is like one of my all-time favorite Disney movies.
yeah.
So
I don't know. That's a tough one.
You
know what I'm saying?
I think that's a good one. I think that's a good spot for her.
Meg.
No, don't say it like that.
I know, that's terrible. I feel bad.
Don't say it like that.
You don't say that.
You don't say that.
All right, next.
Next up, OG.
Ariel.
I'm pretty sure my love and obsession with redheads was born with her.
If I'm not mistaken, that I'm trying to think. Her name, I believe, means Lion of God.
How do you remember all of this?
I believe it means Lion of God.
Lion?
Yeah, Lion of God, which I was very kind of surprised about, but
Lion,
like
lion.
the
animal.
Yeah.
Or
Which
her
is
hair,
funny.
Her hair is kind of like a mane.
Well, it's funny because lions, they got that roar, and she ends up losing her voice. And I don't know.
I mean, she
What her
sings,
name
she's
means.
really powerful.
That's true. Okay.
Where are we gonna put her?
3,
Interesting.
2, 1.
Pretty
Go.
good. Go.
Let's just go. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, she's so involved the whole movie.
She's very courageous.
Even when she loses her voice, she's still involved. She has good physical
comedy. Physical comedy is honestly great.
Yeah.
Doesn't she? If I'm not mistaken, does she not lose her voice? I know she's
She does
tricked.
lose her
She's
voice.
tricked. Yeah, but didn't she lose it to help someone or something like that?
She
Isn't
lost
it
her
kind of like a
voice.
sacrifice?
She did it for selfish reasons. Well, okay, she did because she wanted to see Prince Eric.
Mm-hmm.
And so
And
she,
the deal
so she
was-
could walk on land for her legs. So she gave up her voice for the legs. And that's why she started drowning in the water. You know?
Yeah. This is so hard.
But you know, she's a kind of a troublemaker. I'll say pretty good at the lowest.
I'll say pretty good, but I couldn't really tell you why she's above everybody else. I mean,
she has a, like, she's very curious. She's a collector of items.
I feel like almost every moment she's on screen, you're almost captured by her and how she thinks, and especially when she doesn't really have a voice.
She wears shells.
She wears shells. There are times, like, especially when she didn't have her voice, where you could kind of see her working her way through what things meant, how she was supposed to be doing things.
I think she's pretty good.
I think she's pretty good. She might end up moving up, honestly.
Yeah.
She might end up moving up.
But I also, like, love Ariel. I think she's dope.
I think...
Leave her right there for now.
For now.
Alright, we got her pretty good. Okay. Let's move on. Let's get it. We're doing good. Oh. Moana. Moana. Her name means ocean.
I have no idea where we're gonna put her now.
This is cool. Her story's pretty cool.
Her story's cool.
Sorry, that's probably a weird way to say it. This is cool. Yeah. Like, her story's cool. She's not really a bad person at all. She doesn't really do anything necessarily bad.
No.
She's curious. She wants to, like, explore.
She's very brave.
Very brave. Like, things she does.
Yeah.
Like.
Pretty charismatic.
Man, this is getting weird.
I don't know.
She's not even one of my favorites.
I don't
but
like.
I think I'm gonna say GOAT.
I was gonna say pretty good. Is she a GOAT?
I just don't know what anything. What am I gonna say bad about her? What am I gonna say bad about her? I'm at a loss for words. I think.
Should putting someone in GOAT be this hard?
Well, the reason it's hard for me is because I haven't necessarily been a fan of Moana. I only watched it one time.
She's kind of like Elsa, where I mean, I feel like life is harder for her than Elsa. There are actual outside forces that she has to deal with. But it's almost like she's perfect. She can, like, do anything.
Oh, well, yeah, but I think the difference here, too, is... And although it was super sad, understandable, Elsa grieved for so long in her room and didn't think about others. And Moana... Oh, man.
I'm definitely pretty good.
I'll put her on the border for now.
I'm really thinking about
Okay.
GOAT.
I'm gonna put her on the border right here, just so that way we have. Sorry, she's on the border, guys. She's on the border. Hey, what's up, Steve-O? How's it going?
That was my glad to see you here smile.
Do you like our hair and crown and tiara? Oh. Okay, let's move on.
My toy?
We have such a weird list right now. Okay, just to keep people up right now, updated, we have Elsa, Meg, Madeira.
I can never remember her name. Madeira. I was calling her Brave for Brave.
Yeah, and then Pocahontas and Meh. We have Ariel, in Pretty Good, and we have Moana in between right now. We don't know yet. We don't know where she's going.
In between GOAT and Pretty Good.
Yeah, so we're not exactly too sure yet. Steve-O, LOL, the hair is awesome. Thank you.
You became German. Thank you. You went from, like, surfer princess to, like, German princess. Next up. Another
Jasmine.
favorite. Look at that picture. Ooh.
3, 2, 1.
Go.
Very good. I love Jasmine.
I love Jasmine.
Yeah. But
she's so... But what is she...
Exactly.
She's like Meg, where she's not necessarily the focus of the movie, but she's so entertaining.
But really though, now that you brought that up, she's kind of mad.
I want to say pretty good.
She's kind of mad though because she honestly doesn't offer. She offers the same or less than Meg as far as story and everything. Like, if anything, she just adds like a seductive character to the story, and then she's the satin what am I the satine satin. Y'all know what I'm saying, right? You know what I'm trying to say. Why is it not coming out of my mouth? But it's the daughter of him. She doesn't do anything. She's just hot. Yes, it just kind of hit. Yeah, I'm trying to say that, but it's not Satan. It's not Satin. Anyways, she's just the daughter. She's just kind of like just hot.
I think she's meant to be the character that helps Aladdin find the right path, because she basically ends up becoming Aladdin's motivation.
Yes, but like because she's hot.
She is hot, but it's also because of how kind she was. Because he saw her.
She wasn't that kind.
She was kind
to the tiger.
To the tiger. Remember when she's going through the streets in disguise and she's like helping the kid. She helps the kid from the guard who doesn't know that she's the princess.
Right, but that's like it, right? Like that's like it, and then the rest of the movie it's like her.
Again, she's about the same as Meg.
So Meg.
But she's so much more entertaining
than Meg. I love it. Meg had that attitude, and she was like.
Jasmine had that attitude too.
She did
for sure.
But Meg though was like, really, like.
But Jasmine was like that too.
No, she wasn't. She was like, really. Jasmine was just like curious. Like she was just like, yes, I'll fly on this.
She's one half of one of the most iconic songs ever.
Yeah, that's true.
That like she has that resume.
Who do you think you kidding?
That's a great song. That's a great song. But
no, you're right.
This is not
a whole new world.
A whole new world. Not just Disney song. It's an iconic song.
But as a princess,
but that lends to her weight as one of the OG princesses.
I'll put her at the top of Meg. Satan.
I
thought it was Satan. The Satine. Satin.
Something like
Satin.
You're so close. You're so Sultan.
Sultan. The daughter of the Sultan. Okay.
Yeah, Sultan.
Look.
Sultan.
If anything, I'm thinking the top of man, because if you look, I'm definitely one to put her.
I really wish I got put in your pocket. Honestly, spoilers. I would use it for her, without question, dude.
But he don't.
But I don't got it.
Also, I love Jasmine. I kind of like, personally, like if I had her by my side, I'd be like, you a goat.
Yeah, you my go girl.
You my goat.
You my go girl.
You my goat.
Don't listen to them. They haters.
Girl of all teams.
They haters. They ain't never gonna make it.
Hey, you don't tell her what she can and can't.
Okay. Why is she below Ariel?
First of all, Ariel's like in the whole movie.
Jasmine's in most of it.
But Jasmine is like Ariel's like in the movie, like the whole movie. Like the movie is.
She's the main.
She is the Little Mermaid.
Yes. Is that the only reason?
No. But like, well, that gives us more to work with. First of all, but like what's that movie called? Aladdin. I mean, Aladdin's the main one. This is actually a princess that is the main character. So Jasmine's the side character in this one that happens to be about princes, not princesses. Sultan. Yeah, nice. Sultan. You know what I'm saying though? Like I do agree that she's good. she does great things, but she's not Ariel material. She's not Ariel level. Oh no. Can we help you?
Yes.
Let's just stick it.
Oh.
I'm so sorry. Just is that good?
That's good.
You mean I don't want to hurt you.
I want to look pretty.
She's not up to par with Ariel.
I agree that she's below Ariel. I'll have
above
to
Elsa. Yeah,
I'll have
good.
to settle for the top of Mad.
Mad does not mean that,
But it
they're
doesn't
mad.
feel right.
It doesn't feel right. I agree.
It doesn't feel
But it doesn't
right.
mean that these princesses are like meh. It's just it happens to be our tier names. We got greatest of all tiers, pretty good, meh, kind of bad, in the pit, and it's just she's a princess for the people, like Mother Teresa.
Mother, I never thought of all people that she would be compared to. Okay, so are we putting Mother Teresa and Mad? What is happening to the world? I ask of you.
I would put Mother Teresa in meh.
Whoa. Woo! Things get racy here.
What would you? She's not even a princess.
This is meant to be a one-off.
So, but at the top of Meg is pretty good. She's above Elsa. She's even above Meg, and which I think she should be above Meg because I do like Meg, but
again, I will settle for it, but it don't feel right.
Steven said pretty good. What? Who knows? We might
move her up.
But she is just like.
But at this point, we only know one person who has the powers to do that.
Yeah,
the weight of the world.
The weight of the world.
The weight of a whole new world is on your shoulders. Don't drop it.
And he has my vision. Just a reminder, everybody. Okay, let's go.
I think it's my turn.
Come on, baby.
One of Eric's favorites.
Yes.
Esmeralda.
Esmeralda, meaning emerald. Her eyes are green.
They are green.
So, okay, I have a lot to say about her.
Please.
And you watched Hunchback of Notre Dame.
I have. I love the movie.
And she's throughout the movie.
Yeah, I love the movie. But based on what we've said so far, I'm really curious to see what you're going to say.
Well, first of all, her morals are so high. First of all, she has great morals.
Yeah. Doesn't she trick the Hunchback?
Not the Hunchback. What
Yeah,
do you mean?
in the movie, doesn't she like? She like they connect, right? But then she ends up like betraying him somehow.
No.
And then he has to like save her and forgive her.
No. I think the Hunchback just kind of falls in love with her, and it's just kind of one of those things like, but she does love him, but it's more like friendship.
Yeah, for sure. But I could have sworn that there was
She does trick people. She's an illusionist.
But she doesn't trick him.
No. Well, maybe there was a chase at the beginning. Maybe between them. But I will say this too. Let me say this.
Say what you gotta say.
She is the most beloved woman in France. Like, she's the most wanted. The most beautiful woman in France. That's what she's known to be. She's also the only one that revolted against Froya, the bad guy?
The bad guy, yeah.
That was doing what he was doing. She was the only one that raised arms against him, and then people joined her because of that. She was the only one that stood up. She was the only one that treated, in the first half of the movie, the only one that treated the Hunchback with kindness. I think she's a goat. Like, I don't know what to say that's bad about her. There's a little bit more that I wanted to say too, and I just can't remember it at the time. But she's a leader. The people love her. She's super kind. Her morals are like they're right. She has really good morals. I mean, she's beautiful. Like, literally in the movie, she's known to be the most.
You're making a lot of good points.
Friend zone, yeah, it's kind of friend zone for sure. And the Hunchback gets a little defensive because he wants to make sure that Phoebus, the guy that she does love or that they do, whatever. He's very Hunchback is very protective of Esmeralda, because Esmeralda's a gem, hence the name. And like, come on, to stand up like that on your own as a woman during that time against a man of high power in a church.
You're making a lot of good points. I'm honestly a little flabbergasted.
She dances. She's still playful. She has everything.
Like, I'm like, literally, as you're going through this list of good things about her, I'm like, memories and fragments of different scenes of the movie are like hitting me, and I'm like, oh yeah, she was pretty. She was so charismatic. She gave strength to the people, and she wanted everyone to be treated fairly.
Even when she thought she was gonna die, she's fierce too.
She was fearless.
Yeah, and she still said what was on her mind. She didn't like go back on what she thought. She thought she was gonna die, and she still said it. She didn't back down. I just say she's a goat.
Honestly, I you got me convinced. I'm going goat as well. I never thought of all people Esmeralda was gonna be the first one to go.
It's kind of weird.
This ranking, this tier list has befuddled me.
Befuddled. All right, on to the next one.
Fiddlesticks.
Rapunzel.
AKA With My Hair.
With my hair back and forth. Her name means rampion, which is lamb's lettuce, a type of lettuce. Because her mother craved lettuce or something like that. Very weird.
Interesting.
Yeah, it is interesting.
Man, we were on such a good roll with the meaning behind all of these names, and not all of them are going to be gems.
Like, Rapunzel's a cool name. It's very different. It does sound kind of like, what? Rapunzel? So I was surprised when it said lamb's lettuce. That's for sure. It's like a radish.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Before we sat down in these chairs, I would have said at the least pretty good. But now, after talking about some of these other princesses,
I'm going to say...
Can she even go above?
You want me to tell you what I think she is?
Go. You tell me. What are you thinking?
I think she's GOAT.
Really?
Because what do we not get from her? And she, for her whole life, until we watch the story, there's no belief that she's a prince. She thinks she's just this girl. She has no friends except a few animals, and a mother that just uses her, and yet she's still kind, she still cleans, she still does what she's told, she still loves her mother, and she's curious, she's adventurous, even though she's locked up, she finally gets to go explore, and she's kind to people. She sticks up for herself. She doesn't fall for the first. She does fall for Flynn, but like she was like, I don't know about you, you know, like I feel like she's in the whole movie. She gives us a lot to work with. You see so many emotions. She's literally she's a kind soul.
So she's above Ariel? That's where I'm stuck at.
The thing about Ariel,
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. I like everything you were saying for her to be in GOAT. I wasn't disagreeing, but the whole time I was looking at the board like, but Ariel's pretty good, and I can't say that she's above Ariel.
See, I feel like she's above Ariel as a princess. Well, like not as a princess, but like as altogether
person.
I think Ariel's sweet, but like Ariel don't know kung fu. Ariel don't know how to do all the things that this girl know how to do because she spent the first 18 years of her life in a tower alone learning things. Ariel gave up her voice to get something that's not really who she is,
but
to be with a dude.
But what's interesting is that there are parallels between Ariel and Rapunzel.
Tell me.
Ariel wanted to go into this world that she wasn't being allowed to.
Yes.
Rapunzel wanted to go into this world that she wasn't being allowed to. The difference is that Ariel gave something up to achieve that, whereas Rapunzel just walked out like she could have at any point.
Yeah, and for some reason, Ariel's way of doing it turns me off a little bit more than Rapunzel's.
But I think the fact that Ariel agreed to do that showed how much she wanted to do that.
Well, yeah.
She was willing to sacrifice something to do that.
Yeah, but that... And I see what you're saying, but I feel like it's not always a good thing.
In Ariel's case, do you believe it's a good thing?
No. No, I think she learned her lesson the hard way, actually. Because it wasn't who she was.
This is so
It's kind of weird because she ended up being able to be something else. A human. Which is a weird message to send. To be from a fish. Well, she wasn't a fish. I think fish, mermaids, to fit mermaids.
Yeah, they're all in that same aquatic family, I guess. And it turns that they all live in water.
Well, she was very she sacrificed what she wanted. I don't know, dude. Ariel's just kind of weird as I love Ariel, but I just feel like if I'm comparing the two, if I had two side by side, and if I was to hang out with one of them, I would definitely hang out with her before Ariel.
I agree with that. I don't know if that would help me to put her above. I'm okay with putting her above Ariel, but I would say pretty good for her.
What makes you not want to put her above Ariel though?
I think I don't think there's that.
He said she can't be above Ariel, but listen. I just feel like I see what you are saying because the little me wants to put Ariel in GOAT. The little me wants to put Ariel in GOAT. It just kind of makes sense. But because honestly, the way even I think is nothing can be good as the OGs.
Well, yeah, but I feel like we're getting past that because we put Jasmine in May. Which again, she still might move up, but
she's a side character.
She's the main female protagonist.
She is.
She's not the main character, but she is one of the main characters.
I mean, she is.
But
that's
because Esmeralda wasn't the main character of Hunchback. She was the main female protagonist.
She was almost she was in a lot of it. Had more lines than the Hunchback.
She was in a lot of it, but she wasn't the main character.
No, she's not the main character, but she's definitely in it more than Jasmine.
She is. I agree.
Rapunzel's in this. The movie's about Rapunzel.
The movie is about her.
I love it. I understand that. I agree with that.
I'm okay.
But
go ahead.
I just feel like it's not right.
I think it's good to put her above Ariel, but I don't think she's so much better than Ariel that she's in GOAT.
I'll put her at the top.
I love Tangled. It's one of my favorite Disney movies. And I love her character in
I just don't get why she's not in GOAT. I haven't heard anything as to why she's not in GOAT yet. You know what I mean?
I'm okay with putting her in GOAT, but I think if she goes in GOAT, Ariel should go in GOAT too.
But there's reasons why Ariel can't go into GOAT that we discussed.
What were the reasons?
I don't remember right now, but there were reasons.
Because, again, I know you don't look at her sacrifice as being good, but the fact that she was willing to sacrifice something so important for something that she had dreamed about her whole life, that says a lot to me.
Okay, and then but besides that though,
and her, she literally went into a new world.
But she does seem more selfish and careless than Rapunzel. Yeah, accurate.
Accurate. And that's why I think she is above Ariel. But I don't think that makes her a whole tier above her.
I just don't see why not, though.
I just don't.
I just don't see I don't see a negative to Rapunzel. That's all. I don't see any negatives, which is why I was like, what is a negative?
Like, I don't really like the things that are being said about Ariel. I don't really look at as negatives. I just look at them as differences.
Right. Well, okay, but what can Ariel do? She can talk to the ocean, which is pretty dang cool.
She can live in both worlds.
But I think she has to choose. I don't think she can live in both worlds.
She can't. But what I mean is she was able to.
She has it.
There was no guarantee that once she got onto land, that she was just gonna make it. Like it took a lot for her to.
Right, but then she's stuck on land. She can't go back to the water unless she turns back into a mermaid.
No, I know. What I'm saying is that she had that ability to live in both worlds. Not meaning she can go to either one at her pleasure, but she made it in the water, then made it on land, basically by herself.
No, that's because of Cruella. That's not her name. Ursula.
No, not the literal ability. What I mean is living in everyday life on land. Yeah, not the literal ability. I can see why you would think that's what I was saying.
But I just
this is so tough.
I just don't know. Okay, what are her skill sets too? Like
who?
Ariel's.
She doesn't really
not
have
really
any.
much. Because she's been a princess her whole life, right? Whereas Rapunzel's worked her butt off doing things because she's been locked inside of her room. She knows how to do so much. She treats her animals with kindness. She does talk to animals too.
Ariel does those things.
No, right, yeah, but Ariel doesn't have a bunch of skill sets like Rapunzel does.
No.
Rapunzel knows how to do the very first song. She literally names everything she knows how to do, and that is crazy. She knows how to do a lot. I don't know. I just don't see any. I just don't see why she's not in Go. With Ariel, I'm like, okay, she's great. She's a good character, but how much is she giving me? She does give you a lot, but I don't think she gives me enough to make it to GOAT. And I love Ariel, and I hope she forgives me, but that's just my opinion. What if we just did this for? We could talk about it. It's something to think about. We still got Moana right there too.
Like gut instinct right now. Who is higher, Moana or Rapunzel?
I've only watched Moana once. And
off of likability, you're going Rapunzel. But off of skill set and everything else that we've been talking about,
I would go with Rapunzel still. Cause out of every skill set and stuff, she might be able to weave something, like a basket, and maybe fight and spear and stuff like that. But that's
she was legit trained by actual fighters.
Okay.
Where
yeah.
she taught herself. So
right.
legit, and when it comes to
But that's just fighting.
That's just fighting. But I'm
That's
just saying, Moana has the decided advantage in that.
In just fighting.
But
which But.
And
likability. I think Moana's likable, for sure.
I think they're both likable. The fact that Moana was, I think she literally, it was just up to her and that other character. I can't remember his name. The one that The Rock played.
The Rock.
To basically save the world. Higher stakes than anything Rapunzel had to go through.
Well, yeah, but yeah. I mean, if we're talking high stakes, then we gotta do our whole board over, honestly.
No, but it's a part of it.
I mean, but I didn't take that into consideration for a lot of these. This is history. Pocahontas is history.
Yeah, but it's
that's a whole tribe they were trying to wipe out.
But Moana had such she had such a big hand in the outcome, good or bad.
Yeah.
Pocahontas is really a part of it, but it's not like if she did a lot that it would have changed things one way or another.
No, I know. I'm just saying I didn't talk about the stakes. I didn't even think about that. That's all I was saying. I mean, her story is outlandish, super outlandish. So she saves the whole.
Yeah, but
I don't know what.
Yeah, I mean, Rapunzel ate a spirit flower or whatever that fell from the sky.
But that's not high stakes.
No, but I mean,
Really?
in terms of like outlandish, it's still pretty outlandish.
I was saying it was good. That's all I was saying about Moana.
We'll have to come back to this.
I don't know.
I'm good with both of them being on the line for now. It's gonna be interesting to see where we land on that.
All right. This
Next
is what it
up,
looks like so far, guys. All right.
I think it's my toy.
You look 20.
Anna. Annabelle.
Meaning Grace.
Grace. I thought it was gonna be something else, but I don't know what I thought.
Yeah, who's Grace?
I don't know where we're gonna put her.
I think she's pretty good. But like, I think she's like the lowest of pretty good.
I don't think she can go above.
I
Like
think
what puts her above Jasmine?
she's in the whole movie. We have more to work with. I think she's actually a main character. Her and Elsa are the main characters. If anything, I feel like Anna's more of a main character than Elsa, and Elsa just gets the spotlight, like because she's like so the older sister's powers and everything. But we follow Anna's story more. We're with her more, and she's kind. She's a little like gullible.
Yeah.
It's a little gullible, which but a lot of these princesses are. Ariel falling for Ursula's tricks.
I don't really. What's funny is that I like her more than Elsa, but
I like Jasmine more than both of them.
and I just, as a character, I don't really connect with them.
Okay,
I
that's
don't,
fine. If
I don't
you don't
connect with what they're going through or their different characterizations.
It's like, the life that they lived, and she's the little sister, and their parents died, and she kind of had to take things into her own hands for a while because her big sister was just in the room, and she was still like happy, trying to cheer her big sister up, trying to get her to come out. Do you want to build a snowman? Like, she was still trying to cheer her big sister up, and I felt like she had like a lot of weight on her shoulders. Like Elsa had a lot of weight on her shoulders, but she just let it sit there and get heavier. Whereas Anna had all this weight on her shoulders, plus the weight of Elsa's depression. Getting amped up a little bit. I don't even know. I just feel like Anna has a great heart and no powers, and she still like fought her way through like craziness, knowing that she could easily die from Elsa's powers. That's why I'm saying like the bottom are pretty good, because I don't know, she might even deserve to be higher. But the thing is, like, when people normally think of them, they're gonna say, no, Elsa's way better than Anna.
I think Anna is a better character than Elsa is.
Ariel has the ability. I like her more than Elsa too. Yeah, she was a caretaker to a depressed Elsa. Yeah, and it's annoying. What are you talking about? You got powers, girl.
I agree that she should be in pretty good. So I'm going bottom of pretty good. Like honestly, I feel like my eyes are starting to be opened a little bit to Jasmine, and I don't like it.
I still like Jasmine.
I still love Jasmine, but like it's so amazing comparing characters side to side. You start looking at certain characters differently.
Yeah,
And that's not a bad thing. It's just more realistic.
If we were doing like sexiest princesses or something,
I think Jasmine had more to her than her looks. But did she have more to her compared to even an Anna? No. Like Anna went through actual things. Because while taking care of her sister, that had to have given her depression as well, especially once she lost her parents. Mm-hmm. But she's still such a good person and still honestly had a really good outlook on life.
Yeah.
So I'm good with bottom of pretty good.
All right.
What
a weird board.
What a weird board indeed.
Cinderella. Listen.
Wow.
Like, she is one of the OGs.
She is.
Might be the second. Might be the second or third princess.
I don't know,
Disney
but
ever
of like
had.
the OG princesses, she's probably the most popular. What do you say?
There might be one more. But no, she might be the most popular. There might be one more. I don't know.
I don't know what you consider OG. I have like 3 to 4.
Yeah. Well, I guess when we get them on here.
Yeah, that's why I don't want to say anything yet.
Okay, so for me, I'm gonna say
She goes through a lot.
yeah, she goes through a lot.
What does she actually do to like fight through those circumstances?
Well, the stepmother and her father dies.
Yes.
The stepmother.
Interesting.
The stepmother. How does she get with them? First of all, I forgot a little bit, but she's stuck with the stepmother, the bad stepmother, and the 3 stepsisters.
Well, there are different variations of Cinderella. In some versions, the father just dies. In some versions, the stepmother does something to the father to kill him.
But Disney version.
That's true. I think he just dies in the
He
Disney
dies,
version.
and the
Stepmother is very cruel, along with her daughters
yeah.
are very cruel to her. So she basically grows up as a maid.
A maid, yeah. And she's locked in a room at the top. Her friends are mice. Her friends are mice. Which I love the mice, but think about that. She's super sweet still.
She is. I feel like
She's still a dreamer.
she is. She doesn't really like. And this is not, I'm not holding this against her, but she doesn't really like go through anything. Like what I mean is she's not actually like pulling herself out of her circumstances. Like if her fairy godmother never shows up, what ends up happening with her?
She's basically
The
she's
receiver of a
slave.
miracle. Yeah. I would say pretty good below Anna.
She is an OG, and I'm upset about this, but because she's an OG.
She is.
But that doesn't mean.
But that doesn't mean I should put you higher than.
You think below Anna?
I say below Anna because okay, take her circumstances, right? Take everything she goes through. Just for a second, put it to the side. What are you left with? There's not really much character, personality, charisma.
I think she's a beautiful soul.
Yeah, but she's kind of a blank canvas.
Cinderella?
Yeah, what? Give me some things that you know about her. There's not really.
I mean,
She is the victim of her circumstances.
She still treats her mother and stepsisters really kind.
She does. She's a great person.
So in the midst of people treating her like crap,
She's like who we were talking about earlier. If we are just going about how good of a person she was, she'd be GOAT. But taking all the other things into consideration, who was it?
Pocahontas?
Pocahontas.
Well,
She's like a Pocahontas.
yeah. I mean, I was gonna say pretty good too. I'm trying to figure out why.
Why not GOAT?
Yeah, but
Because I would have put her above Rapunzel.
no. But she is an OG.
She is.
I'm gonna give it that.
For sure.
Like, she's an OG and she is a good princess.
She is.
I mean, all these are good princesses.
I think pretty good is a good place for her.
And I think behind Ariel, and I think
So you would have put her behind Anna?
no, I would. I was just kind of thinking.
I mean, she does go through more than.
It's her whole life.
Her whole
She's alone. She talks to mice.
This is so interesting.
She at least had like the town community.
And she wasn't, having to clean up after people.
Yeah, she was in the kingdom. Yeah. Mm.
But again, Anna,
Anna doesn't have like a lot of personality, but like
no. So I guess she is above Anna.
it's close.
It's close.
Because Anna has personality galore, and
At least compared to Cinderella.
compared to a lot. I'm just gonna say that straight up. Compared to Pocahontas, compared to Brave, I'll stick with that for now.
Yeah, even Brave might be pushing it. Honestly,
I think she's better than Brave.
more personality though.
Well, it depends what you consider personality. I think Brave is Merida is like rebellious, like mostly more than anything, and she may rebellious. That's all I got for her, honestly. That's all I got. I don't know.
I'm good with behind Ariel. And pretty good. Yeah, I think that's a good spot for her.
All right, she's in pretty good, guys. She's in pretty good.
Pretty good.
She wasn't a princess until the end. Yeah.
True.
Oh, stepmom poisons the dad, thinking she will get all of his money, but didn't realize that the only way they get the money is by keeping Cinderella alive.
Is that the Disney version? Because I know that does happen, but I thought that was non-Disney versions.
Oh, and they get money because... No, I don't know. Disney version is kind of weird now to think about. I need to watch that movie again.
I need to watch it again.
Because, like, what's the premise here? How does Cinderella get with them, and how do they not know that they lose Cinderella? They don't know where she is. She was taken, kidnapped.
Who?
No, time's out.
I feel like you're mixing up.
Yeah, wait, no. She was never even a princess until the end. I was thinking, like, how did this princess get lost in the kingdom?
She was just the daughter of a wealthy businessman? Now I feel like I'm getting all of the Cinderellas mixed together.
Boy, oh boy.
Like a Rapunzel braid.
Alright.
This is such an interesting board. I did not think it would end up this way. And we still got a little bit to go.
How can it end up like this? Is it mine?
I believe it's yours. I'm probably wrong.
Aurora.
I love the name Aurora.
It means dawn.
It's a beautiful name.
Also, it's Aurora the lights in the sky.
Yeah.
That being said, I'm gonna say the pit.
I was gonna say kind of bad.
Listen.
She doesn't give you anything. Though.
I know I watched this movie when I was a kid, and I know I watched it multiple times. I really don't remember too much about this movie, and I remember being bored out of my mind every time, and I remember her sleeping so much every time. And I remember it was more about the bad woman than her, and I don't even know what she was about. Maybe she was nice, maybe.
Honestly,
I'm gonna say the pit.
I always thought that everything about her was overrated. I never really understood. I remember watching a movie and being like, who is this for? People who are fans of sleeping? Because you're either going to be...
I was little.
So
maybe there's something I missed.
I couldn't...
Maybe there's something I missed.
Please, tell me.
I don't know.
Because I can't figure it out.
I'm going to say the pit.
I'm going to say the pit.
Dang, we got a pit.
We had a pit.
We're not even saying kind of bad. We're saying the pit.
She wasn't a... But the thing is, you can't even really say she was a bad anything, because you don't really know anything about her.
She's literally like, what can you say about her? I can't say anything about her.
I got nothing to say. And sometimes that's not a bad thing. In this case, it's a bad thing.
Yeah. She's
wow, that's surprising.
In the pit.
I wonder how controversial that's going to be.
In the pit.
Nobody ever talks about her. So I don't...
pit, sorry. I'm just like...
Burn for all eternity. Feel the flames on your skin.
Wait, remember that, Hellfire, Anastasia. Anyways. Do we have Anastasia?
I don't think we do.
What?
I don't think we do.
Maybe we'll get to that, okay.
Maybe we could do her as a bonus.
I like Anastasia.
I honestly just didn't think about her.
Yeah, me neither. Is she Disney?
Yes.
She might not be Disney. But great.
Next. Controversial indeed.
Belle.
Controversial indeed.
Meaning beauty.
Bella.
Beauty.
So for those of you who don't know, that's probably most of you. I'm not a big fan of Beauty and the Beast. I don't really get it.
That's so weird. Like,
I've been told that.
I don't understand how you don't get it.
It's not really enjoyable. It's alright.
Wait, how so? What's not enjoyable? First of all, we're talking about the princess.
I know. I was just talking about the movie. Just giving you a heads up, just in case you're like, this guy feels kind of biased. I'm just letting you know straight up how I feel about the movie.
Which, okay, whatever. I can understand that. I get a little bit.
In terms of the character,
let me actually think about this.
because what? She gets kidnapped?
She doesn't get kidnapped. She's running away from wolves.
I thought she was running from dude. Gaston?
Gaston.
I thought she was running from him.
Well, and later on.
That's later on?
Yeah. In this one, there's a bad storm. There's a bad storm and even worse.
Are you going
wolves.
animated or live action? Well, I guess we're doing animated.
Yeah, animated.
Okay.
And
we're doing animated.
we're doing live action.
Are there any live action princesses we could have done? I don't think so.
For Disney?
Yeah.
Jasmine.
No, I mean like original. Because we have animated versions of all of the ones.
Upside Down? No.
Upside down.
Not Tangled. No, it's not Tangled. Enlightened? You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-mm.
It's where they're the cartoon and then they get into the real world.
Enchantment.
Enchantment. Is that Disney?
Yes.
I don't know why I said
think
it.
so.
This is going everywhere. Okay. Look. Belle. She's intellectual. She reads a lot of books. She's beautiful. She's a really kind of person.
Yeah.
You're acting like these aren't good things.
No, I'm just waiting for something to click with me.
Those should click with you.
No, they do, but
Book reading?
they do it literally everyone on this list.
Book reading? No. Some of these, she's probably the most intellectual out of most of these. Maybe not Rapunzel.
Maybe not Rapunzel.
Maybe not Rapunzel.
Maybe not.
And then this one's street smart. Esmeralda, she's street smart.
Street
it's a little
smart.
different.
I have a feeling
saying,
Jasmine is like.
Jasmine's like
She
probably
is the
history
daughter of a
smart.
sultan, so I'm sure she had access to
Some
all of the
education.
books. Yeah.
But she's flying off on carpets. No, I'm just kidding.
She befriends a tiger. Like, that means something.
The tiger is her pet.
Yeah, but tigers are, they're
Listen, in
predators.
real life,
When
in
they-
real life, that tiger's scared. Because if he doesn't obey that princess, tiger died.
But tiger can kill anything.
Tiger can?
Oh my god.
Okay, Belle. Oh, Belle.
Okay,
Belle.
she reads. She's intellectual. She's intellectual.
What do you not like about her?
It's not that I don't like her. I just don't really think there's much there in terms of like
So let me go back to
personality.
kind of like without personality.
She like
Belle?
what?
Bonjour.
Is there a-
Bonjour. She's talking to everybody.
She's nice.
No. She's talking to everybody. She got personality. She's talking to the guy that has eggs. To the guy that got some books. She's talking to this other guy that probably makes swords. She's talking to everybody in the town.
Okay.
They say she's weird. Weird is a good thing. They say she's weird. That's literally part of the song. Look at the girl, she's so weird. I don't know the rhythm. I'm just saying, like, these are little traits that stand out because she's different than the rest in that way. Not the rest of these, but like the rest of girls in her.
So she's like
in
the
her realm.
she's like the quirky girl. Of
She's
the
a quirky.
princesses.
She's quirky.
Okay.
She doesn't have glasses, but she's quirky.
Is that working as a positive for her? You would say?
I mean, as far as being different, because you were saying like I was different, like something, you know. I'm
What-
just saying that is.
I mean, more as in terms of like the board. Would you say that helps her lift her up above some of the other princesses because she is quirky like
well, I would say it's a feature.
that? So you
But
would.
I would just some more stuff to consider.
Okay. I'm really leaning on you to like help me decide.
I don't know. She gets caught by the beast.
Yeah.
Well, she comes into the castle and is then like kind of caught by the beast, but then is let go.
Yeah.
She's scared of the beast, but for good reason.
For good reason. He's ornery.
And he's like, ah, at first too. Like, don't, like, if you're trying to. He's also upset though because he's been, you know, he lost his love too, right? And he was
Been alone
cursed
for a while.
by a witch.
Yeah. Been alone for a while.
Yeah. And so then you know, we find out he can talk, and then so she's kind of like, okay, I'm still scared of you, but let me treat you kind of like a human, which none of the villagers did. Nobody would.
Let's hit up order real quick.
Yeah, nobody would.
All right, so right now we have in May, Jasmine, Elsa, Meg, Merida, and Pocahontas.
No, dude, don't say that.
I love Belle, but she basically gets Stockholm's.
No, dude, that's not real.
Your mouth to God's ears.
It is kind of Stockholm syndrome. Like, you think it's the scenario for it, but it's not Stockholm syndrome.
I'm just saying.
She falls in love with the beast. Listen, but it
I
kind of
don't
is
know.
Stockholm syndrome, kind of, but not. But before it, he said just looked it up. Anastasia wasn't originally Disney. She was Fox, but she's now Disney after Disney and Fox merged.
Gotcha.
Interesting.
Maybe that's why.
Interesting.
Get her. That's probably what it was. I just figured it out and then forgot it.
Like, okay. Even then, I would put her
Kind of bad. I don't think she's above.
What?
I don't think she's above anyone in man.
I believe she's pretty good at least.
I don't think she's. What does she have that puts her above anyone in man?
What?
She doesn't go through anything as bad as anyone in man.
She goes through Stockholm syndrome.
Oh my god. By a beast who turns out to be a tall, rich guy who's really good looking and strapped.
Whoa, she didn't know that.
She happens to not know that.
She happens to
what I
not
say
know.
is she doesn't really go through anything.
What
What does she go through? She ends up being trapped with a beast who's actually really kind and all.
He's
Also,
not actually really kind.
He's-
There's a change of heart because of her.
because of her, but he wasn't like out attacking people. He was just keeping
He
himself.
wasn't out attacking people, but
He
he
was
was
just
actually
keeping to
really
himself.
mean.
He was mean.
Like, really mean.
He was mean, but he wasn't a danger to society. He was just a mean guy who kept to himself in
A
in
really
a
mean
house.
guy.
So
On the
really the
verge
story
of
is
verbally and emotionally abusive.
to the cups and the clocks and stuff.
I
That,
wouldn't say that. I would just say to Belle.
yeah, the one person that the person that he hoodwinks into falling for him. I don't think she goes through anything.
Okay.
And her personality isn't head and shoulders above anyone in man.
Her personality is great. Belle's personality is great.
It's good.
No, it's pretty good.
It's good.
Okay.
It's good. It's not better than.
Her personality is. Look, if Jasmine gave us, if she was in the movie more, would I like Jasmine's personality more? Bias me, yes. But that's also because Jasmine's kind of like. Okay.
I feel like the only advantage Belle has over Jasmine is that she's in more of her movie. That's it. That's it.
They're two totally different characters.
Yes, one is captivating and one isn't.
So racist. You're so racist right now. Where do you want her?
I said kind of bad, but I'm okay.
I don't know what else we got yet.
I'm okay with Meg.
Look, for now you can put her right here, but that might change. I hope you know that, because I might use mine on that. I might. Because
That'd be a waste of
weird.
a power.
No, it would not. You don't tell me what's a waste of my power. Get a new card. I'll let her sit there right now so you can feel a little good.
I wanted her in kind of bad, so I'm okay with the back end of
Yeah,
that.
but that just doesn't even make sense. Kind of bad.
People love Belle and love Beauty and the Beast,
Because
so I was expecting to get a lot more fight than bottom of Meg. So I'm good, honestly.
I love Belle because there's reason to love Belle. She reads.
She does read. I love to read, so I'm cool. I'm with that.
She's not getting just with every dude in the town.
Okay.
She actually holds herself up high in high regard.
Every one of these princesses do that.
Nah, they don't.
The ones who have access to them. Some of these don't have access to people, so they can't. But the rest of them,
no, they don't.
none of these ladies are floozies.
Let me tell you something right now. Anna, first guy that's like, oh yeah, sandwiches? Let's get married.
You're not wrong, but that's honestly one reason I wanted her in Mad. Because,
Hey,
she was easily
Let's
tricked.
not change subjects. We're talking about what you just said.
She was easily
for
tricked.
this. You said she was the only person.
Well, yeah, but I wanted her in kind of bad. Oh, who are you talking about?
I got lost in this. Let's move on. I honestly got lost because we were talking about somebody in relation to somebody else about a subject with somebody else, and I got lost. I know that we talked about Anna. No.
Were we talking about Belle?
Belle holding herself in high regard.
Yeah.
And you said all of them do. I said,
Yeah.
And then
They
you were
do.
like, and you were like, no, they don't.
They do. Who doesn't?
Anna! That's why I said Anna.
She just got tricked. She's super gullible.
Don't you give her
She's
an out
super
now.
gullible and naive.
But she still happened. That's what my point is. You said none of them, and I was like, Anna.
Yeah. Same as Belle. Belle becomes a victim of Stockholm Syndrome.
No.
It's
No.
literally the same thing.
No, she doesn't. And the Beast is actually, but the Beast isn't trying to trick her like that.
He could have. He wasn't, but he could
That's not the story. I'm done with this. Let's move on. It doesn't even make sense what we're talking about. All right. What we got?
They both end up getting tricked. It's just that one gets tricked by a good guy, one gets tricked by a bad guy.
Wait, who gets tricked by? He doesn't trick her. The Beast does not trick her.
Yeah, Stockholm Syndrome.
He didn't even want her to be there. She ended up wanting to do all. Anyways, move on. Okay.
Some of this is jokes.
Rhea.
So I just literally watched this before we did the stream. I had never watched it. I feel like she's the definition of mad. I feel like she's the definition of mad.
Yeah, I feel like she's the. I like Jasmine. I just don't I know she's at the top of. She's at the top of man because we really both like her. Rhea. I just think
What do you like about Rhea?
honestly I can't think of anything I don't like about her.
So little backstory for me. I've always loved Disney. I grew up on Disney. First movie I ever saw in theaters was Lion King. I've been watching Disney and Disney Channel basically my whole life. And it got to a point, especially with Pixar, where they peaked and they started making movies where the storyline, the plot feels a bit rushed. And I definitely feel that Raya and the Last Dragon is a victim of that.
But that being said, as a princess character,
Well, I bring that up to say they rush the movie. They don't really give you time to get to know Rhea as a person, because the whole movie she's basically racing to achieve this goal.
yeah.
They don't really give you
I'll
time
say
to sit
that.
down with her and get to know who she is. So really what you know is that she is a kind person.
She's a fighter.
She's a fighter. She's very tough and skilled.
She's a giver. She sacrifices.
Yeah, at the end. But that was that. I feel like that was the main point of the movie, was learning to trust.
Yes.
That was the point they were trying to get across. And they succeeded in doing that. Her as a Disney princess?
I mean, I'm looking, though, at her board, right? And I feel like she goes right here. And when I say right here, I'm pointing in the middle of pretty good. Because we have Cinderella and Anna at the end of pretty good. And Ariel / possibly Rapunzel at the top of pretty good.
Why? Okay, why is she above the people in men?
Because they're men.
What does she have as an advantage above them? Her fighting skills?
Ray was definitely rushed. It was rushed.
But I think she should be compared to Moana in a way for saving the nation.
Yeah, I agree.
She should, but it was also her fault that the nation was in trouble in the first place. It was because she showed the friend the room that she should not have been showing by herself. That was very irresponsible.
But they were also trying to welcome other nations to
Yeah, I get that.
For truces.
I get that. You don't lead people that you're just meeting for the first time from nations that you know have been feuding with each other for what?
It was supposed to be
generations.
Listen,
I get why she did it, but it still wasn't a smart move. And then also at the end when she uses the sword to hit the Namara to hit the one who ended up hitting the dragon in the chest with the arrow. I think she was literally about to put it down, and then she uses the sword to hit the arrow, which goes off and hits the dragon in the chest.
Well, yeah, but that's like.
So like she didn't make good choices.
That wasn't a bad choice.
It
just had a bad outcome, but it was in the right.
It was a bad choice. Her heart was in the right place.
I don't think it was a bad choice.
Her heart was in the right place, but I think it was a bad choice.
I disagree with that.
That's something you talk to your father about, and then you get his approval.
No, I'm talking about snapping the weapon. I don't think it was a bad choice.
Oh yeah, but like the dragon was literally talking to her.
Yeah,
and getting her
to
relax.
She was trying to help.
She was trying to help.
As many times as that character, I forgot her name.
Which character? Namara?
Yeah, Namara.
I think it's Namara or Namara. I think it's Namara.
I think it's Namara. As many times as she kept on flipping the script on him, like there's no freaking wonder why she thinks there's no way she's gonna change.
She flipped the switch twice. By the point where she hits the arrow, she had only flipped it once. Because she presents herself as good at the beginning, tricks her, the orb breaks, and that begins the movie. And she's bad up until the dragon is talking to her,
and then
she hits the.
But before that, though, they even said like, "I knew we shouldn't have trusted her again." So that was 2 times before she hits the arrow.
They said that, but that nothing. She hadn't changed.
She did change.
She hadn't changed from the time she tricked Rhea to the time that they said that. She was still the same person. They were just going with the plan.
Okay, but I just think she's better than Cinderella. Like, as a princess character.
I don't think she is. I legit don't think she is.
Because like you said, Cinderella doesn't give us anything.
I think Cinderella gives you more than Rhea does.
I don't understand why. I will say that. Cinderella, like, the reason she's where she is because she went through all the turmoil she went through. That's why we ended up putting her there.
Yeah. And
Anna has personality.
And she goes through things as well.
Well, she does.
Yeah.
She does, but she does in the kingdom.
Yeah.
She's pampered, probably. She's pampered, too. Like, they almost lose the world.
They do.
Rhea.
They do. But again, she was behind she was the catalyst for that.
I don't agree with that. I think it was the person that she brought in there.
But the person would have known where that
they were going to tell them eventually, and if that was their plan the whole time, it would have happened regardless.
But if it happens when you're prepared for it,
how you be prepared for it if you think
you have all your warriors, including the head guardian, her father, in that room. No, that's not any more prepared than her taking.
If you trust somebody, you're gonna do that. We're gonna do it. They were like really trusting of these nations that came.
Do you believe they should be trusting at all moments, at all times?
I'm just saying who these people were. Her dad was super trusting. Like her dad was like,
but her dad
you
didn't
have to accept.
But her dad didn't take anyone into that room, so he was trusting, but to a point. He still didn't want any of them to get close to it, to even touch it.
Well, I think it's more of a sanctuary that nobody's supposed to go in there.
So
I don't think it's like that. He's like, but it's trying to keep them away. I think it's more of like just nobody.
It still ends up going back to she shouldn't be bringing random people in there.
I don't think it's enough to take her out pretty good, but I think that I mean like I don't think that's enough. But
it's not just that. Like going back to the other ones that I've said doesn't really have much personality. She doesn't. So you don't really know anything about her.
So you don't think Moana should be up here either?
Moana's so much better than Raya. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying it's like a sizable gap between them. That's really what I'm saying. I think Moana deserves to be either towards the top of Pretty Good or in GOAT. But I don't think Raya does.
That's weird. So why does Moana?
You said why?
Yeah.
Well, she's strong, she's capable, she's brave, and the stakes that she has is like world-ending stakes.
It sounds exactly like Raya.
Did Moana cause any of that?
I honestly, I don't think she did, but it's also like just a different storyline. Like if it was gonna happen to Raya, it was gonna happen to any of them. The plan was for this other nation that they were coming into contact with, the truce. Like that was the plan for that other nation to steal regardless. It would have happened with the father. It would have happened with her. It just would have happened.
It would have happened, but that the circumstances of when and where mattered greatly. Everything could have gone a lot more smoothly if she hadn't taken upon herself to do that. Now you could say that I'm asking a lot of a kid, but she was made an official guardian of this super important orb. So at that point, she was qualified to be judged as a guardian. And as a guardian, she messed up. She almost messes up twice, but she ends up at the end learning what the true value was, which was trust and bringing everything together.
As a movie, it's okay. I enjoyed it. So like, you know.
I think that movie is very much carried by the cast of characters around her. I think really the only time she's pulling her weight is when she's in an action scene.
I think like legitimately top of man. Like legitimately top of man. Like I get what you're saying on that one thing that you're putting the whole blame on her. At the same time, I still think like she was kind of doing her job because she was supposed to kind of like have this truth thing going on. She's supposed to build trust, but you know, I get it. So I'll say top of man.
I was saying kind of bad, so.
Nah, there's no way.
I'm good with man.
Like, there's just no way.
I'm good with man.
That's I don't know. That's tough.
You can put her at the top of man. She might end up moving.
We'll put it right there for now.
She might end up moving. All right, we're almost
done.
done.
I just don't understand it, y'all. I don't understand these. Is it me?
Yeah.
Oh, we know who it is.
Yeah.
Snow White. This is the first Disney princess. First. You know that?
I didn't know that.
This is the first
I
one.
believe it.
Snow White. And her dad died.
Her dad died, leaving her alone. She ends up befriending the 7 dwarfs, right?
Yeah, because like the stepmom was like so mean. This is the story.
Okay.
The stepmom was so cruel, and she was scared that Snow White's beauty would be better than the stepmom's, because the fairest mirror of them all would say that the stepmom was the most beautiful until one day Snow White's beauty, and then there is one that might be more fair, whatever.
Okay.
So that's why she kept she banished her to this household to clean and to be made and to like kind of bring her down. That's kind of the story. It's kind of weird actually, but that's the story, and then follows the apple and all the witch and the powers of the queen. So she is an OG. She is the first one, but I'm gonna have to say, I'm gonna have to say kind of bad.
Yeah.
And I don't like it.
Yeah, she's not the pit. She's nice. She's very friendly.
I still love her as a princess.
Yeah.
I need to get a drink of water. This is exhausting, guys. I'm glad that they can't. They can't look at. No, I'm exhausted because these are like my childhood, honey.
Hey, we gotta get it right, man. Hey, Jasmine is a man, okay? I've been torn since that moment.
Me too, man.
I've moved on, but a part of me is still in the past. In sorrow because Jasmine is a man. I really wish I had put it in your pocket.
You know what's weird? It's like, so Cinderella's up there.
I don't... Cinderella, like...
But they both go through kind of like similar things.
They do. And is she that much worse of a character? They're about the same, right? She has mice. She has dwarves.
Whoa.
What?
Are you comparing them?
In terms of like her side characters.
Yeah.
Cinderella's conditions are worse, for sure. But
because she has people treating her bad as well.
yeah. But probably well,
she's banished though, has nobody to talk to. That's kind of like, that's a weird, like, what's worse? I don't know.
Man, this list looks so weird, man. Cinderella feels too high now.
But Cinderella talks to the mice. Well, but Snow White talks to the dwarves.
That's what I was saying.
Oh man, I know. Oh. But they both. What is happening?
I don't know, dude. I just like look at Snow White.
I'm so scared.
Look at Snow White, and then look at Cinderella. Is there that much of a difference between them? Legit. I don't know.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
So why is she up there?
Why is she up there?
Or why is she down there? Or, I mean,
who would you rather move, Snow White or Cinderella? I would say Cinderella.
I would say Cinderella too.
So, are we moving anyone from meh up to pretty good, or are we just moving Cinderella down?
I do think Rhea should be in pretty good, but honestly, I think Rhea and Elsa should be in pretty good. And Cinderella should go down. I think Anastasia's at the last are pretty good, and Rhea and Elsa, no, stop it. I think Anna moves up, Rhea and Elsa move behind, and Cinderella goes down.
You said Anna moves up and pretty good?
Above Rhea and Elsa. Above Elsa, I'll say that. Not above Rhea.
I like Elsa and Meh. This is so tough.
But like if you think about it though, she is like the, when you think of Frozen, you think about her.
Yeah, but
when you think about Aladdin, yes, you do think about Jasmine, but Aladdin is also Aladdin. When you think about Meg, it's Hercules.
True, but that's just talking about characters and main characters. If we're looking at them as princesses,
but as princesses, and like, are they throughout the whole movie? How much are they giving us?
Like
First
Elsa,
of all, Cinderella can definitely go down, right?
Yeah.
So
Is Elsa really giving you that much more than Jasmine?
Yes.
Are you talking about
complexities? Like, she's a butthole. She's a She's
is
not
she that
good.
complex? All she thinks about is how dangerous she is. That's really all she thinks about until she comes out of her room and kind of like starts taking control of her life.
But she, and I'm defending her now, but she does think that because she's scared to hurt people.
Yeah.
She's scared to hurt people
But
because
she does
her
have
power got
for,
out of hand.
what, like 10, 15 years?
Because she doesn't want that power to break out. So it's a very complex situation right
That's
there.
a long time. Like,
I know that's
a long time to leave your sister out in the cold.
But it was for
be by herself.
Maybe it was for the kingdom. And maybe it was for her sister too. I don't know, man. Hey y'all, what's up? Welcome. If y'all just coming in, y'all coming in at the end of it. We have a list going. It is crazy. We're about to move Cinderella down. But here's a little recap. We have Esmeralda is the only one in GOAT officially so far. We have,
which is crazy.
It is crazy, but there's a lot of reasoning behind
It's
it.
a good reason. I just never saw it coming.
We have Rapunzel and Moana riding the line in between. Ariel's in pretty good. Oh, should I move Cinderella right now?
Yeah.
Okay. Ariel's in pretty good with Anna from Frozen. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Don't look. And then we have Rhea. And man, we have Rhea, Jasmine, Elsa, Meg from Hercules, Brave, Merida from Brave, Pocahontas, and Belle. There's we disagree on a lot right here. And then we have Snow White and Cinderella. Cinderella goes above Snow White, or Snow White goes above Cinderella?
I think Cinderella goes above Snow White.
Okay, we have Cinderella and Snow White. And then we have Aurora in the pit. So yeah.
Honestly, I'm good with this. I'm good with this.
I felt wrong about Jasmine being above Elsa for the whole time. It just doesn't feel right.
So you want to switch them?
At least.
I'm okay with that.
At least.
I'm okay with that.
You know what I mean?
Elsa does go through more. She has actual powers that she can use, which is really cool. She is probably
one of the mains.
Huh?
She is one of like the mains. Like she is. Well, I mean she is.
She's more of a main character than Jasmine is. And
oh my god.
She actually has more to do with ruling a nation than Jasmine does, because Jasmine's dad does everything.
Such a weird.
I don't like it, but I understand it and I accept it. This is such a weird tier list.
Okay.
Nothing has gone the way I thought it would. All right, last but not least. Oh, I'm so happy we ended with her.
Mulan! Which means Magnolia.
I like
flower.
that.
Yeah.
Is that what?
Yes. And it's the most rarest.
That actually says that, doesn't he, in the movie?
Mm-hmm.
I love Mulan, the animated movie. I haven't watched the live action.
Don't watch it.
Yeah, he was not a fan.
Don't
But the animated movie is so good.
Go.
Easily, without fail, go.
Yeah.
To me, she's the number one princess. To me.
You can put her in front.
Put her right
I understand that. Like,
she's everything Rhea wanted to be. But she actually has so much screen time to get to know her, how she feels, what she believes in. See her fight through adversity in a camp full of men.
listen, who's the funniest one on here?
On the whole list?
Who's the funniest?
Ooh, that's such a good question. I would
I can
probably
pick two.
go with Rapunzel. Ooh, I would say probably Rapunzel and then Ariel.
I was gonna say Rapunzel and Anna. The third funniest one would be Ariel to me.
That's a good question.
Cause like her physical she's more like cute funny.
Yeah, but I'm such a fan of physical comedy. I grew up on I Love Lucy. I grew up on Three's Company. Like, physical comedy at its highest is so good to me. And Ariel had a lot of good physical comedy when she was on land.
Okay. So Mulan's and GOAT, no questions.
No questions.
We're just gonna get.
That's the only one I knew we would agree on. Literally the only one.
I still think Rapunzel should go and GOAT.
I'm okay with her going and
because
GOAT.
I can't find a negative.
I'm okay with her going and GOAT.
And Moana. I need to watch that again, but I remember it being a really good movie.
It's a good movie. It's not great, but it's good.
Some people might say it's great though.
Some people would say it's great, and I could see why they would say that. I personally don't think it's great. I think it's a good movie.
GOAT. Yeah, Mulan's a GOAT for sure.
I think it's a good movie.
I am at odds.
I think she's above Ariel. The real question is she at the top of Pretty Good, or is she at the bottom of GOAT?
GOAT.
That's the real question here for me.
She does a lot. I can't think of
what's
negative about her. Like maybe a little disobedient. Maybe,
a little,
but
you can understand where she was coming from.
I think she's the bottom of GOAT, right?
I'm gonna go with whatever you're feeling on this one. I'm honestly so torn on Moana.
It's my fault for not watching it again. I should have watched it again.
It feels so recent, but it was already almost like, what year are we? It's almost like 6-7 years ago. It's been a minute since it came out. I've watched it multiple. Like my niece, when this movie came out, was obsessed with Moana. So I've watched Moana multiple times.
You know what though? I'm gonna. I don't know.
It's such a hard decision. I literally don't know.
I'm gonna say top of Pretty Good.
I'm good with that.
And the reason being is I don't think she could have held the whole movie by herself.
No.
She had a god with her.
She had a god. She had a.
It was a rock. That's a lot of personality.
There was some kind of animal, right? That was with her, like a companion. I just can't remember what it was.
Nah, it's not a seahorse.
What was it?
Might have been a seahorse. Nah, I don't know what it was.
It was was it like a fox or something?
She goes underwater too.
I can't remember what the animal is. I think top of Pretty Good is a good place for her. She's on that razor's edge between Pretty Good and GOAT. I think that's a good place. Okay. I feel exhausted.
Are you gonna use your power at all?
My vision, right?
Yeah. Sorry guys, I know we've taken like some time on these, but it's hard.
It's hard,
This
and
one's
these
hard.
are important.
These are from childhood.
Yeah, like these are important.
I'm fine with our pit. I'm fine with kind of bad. Our man's driving me a little bonkers, but I feel like it's right, except for 2.
Interesting. Like looking at Pocahontas and then looking at Cinderella and Snow White.
I know, I saw that, but then I was like...
But I just like her more than the both of them.
But you made a good point just now.
But maybe she should be at the top of Kinda Bad?
She should.
That doesn't feel right, but I feel like it's what needs to
She
be
goes
done.
through... I mean... Yeah, I agree. So strange.
You legit sound a little stressed out.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm stressed. I feel it. I feel it.
I didn't think that this would be what we connected with the most out of all tiers.
Yeah, this is irking me.
I'm
Okay.
really looking at Meh right now.
I'm really looking at man. I can see Rhea being right there because I do understand what you're saying, but
I see how Rhea could have been. Honestly, Rhea has everything in her to be GOAT. They just didn't give her enough screen time. Granted, she was on screen the whole time, but like I said, it felt like they were rushing through the whole movie. So they never really gave you time. Put it in your pocket. Oh my god, who are you using it on? I'm so excited.
Belle.
Oh
Listen, I thought about this, and this is gonna be my final reasoning.
no! Dude, please, where are you putting her?
Just hear me out.
Please, dude.
This is my final reasoning, and I
Please.
feel like it's a fair. Okay.
Okay.
I'm not putting her above Ariel. I'm putting her right behind Ariel.
Okay.
And I just feel like they're on the same wavelength. I think Ariel has a bit more of like just something a little bit more than Belle. A little bit more.
That
But I feel
little
like they're
more.
on the same wavelength. I feel like they're both quirky. I feel like they're both
Je ne sais quoi.
a little,
Casual.
you know? So, you fine with that? You see what
I
I'm
just
saying?
didn't want you to put her in GOAT.
Bro,
so
come on.
Considering that you used your power for good and put her in pretty good,
When have I not?
so far you've been super fair about it, and I'm okay with that.
Okay.
I don't agree with it, but I see what you're saying,
I'm just saying,
and,
it makes sense.
I'm good with your decision.
So,
What's funny is that, do I want to use my power?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I mean, you can. It is your choice. You know that. But in my head, I'm like, in my head, it wouldn't make sense.
Okay, the only person that I would use my power on is Rhea.
I know. And I know that it doesn't make sense. Because, look.
Belle above Elsa does not make sense to me.
Above Elsa?
Yeah, but again, I've made.
I don't think Elsa being in man makes sense.
But
These make sense to me because look, these are I love these two, first of all.
is Belle above?
I love
Anna?
Meg and Jasmine. This is what I'm saying. I gotta make sure I say the names. But they're also like, when you think about them, as far as like, they're not the main characters. They're man. They're not man as in man, but they're man as in like they're like in the middle. Whereas Elsa's, she is the one. Rhea is the one.
But they're not like great ones. They're okay.
That would definitely be disagreed with a lot of people. I don't personally like them the best, but
Like I
Rhea
feel
made a
like
good appearance, and Elsa's like people worship her. You know what I mean?
I know that they do. I just don't.
You personally don't agree, and I don't agree.
Yeah, we can only go off of how we feel about these things. We can't rank them based on how the world feels. So I just don't.
I mean, it's how I feel, but what I know is that she doesn't belong in men.
But what you know is based on other people's opinions.
No.
Is what you're saying.
No.
Oh, okay.
Like me wanting to do what I want to do, she's on man level. She's on man. But like, based on what I know about her, I think she.
Okay, I see what you're
You
saying.
know what I'm saying? So, but I can't. It's one level up. I don't want to move her without us both agreeing.
I just like if you had moved Belle like above. Again, either way, I've made my peace with it. But if you had moved Belle like above like Jasmine, I see where you're coming from. But I don't I personally would not put her above Elsa or Rhea. But it is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, you don't like the story either.
Of
Beauty and the Beast, right?
it's cool. It's cool.
Oh, it's cool now.
Yeah, I never disliked it. I just think it's overrated. I've never disliked Beauty and the Beast.
Tale as old as time.
I-
Tale as old as time. God, what a love story, though. I think Steve-O said I would put Elsa in kind of bad.
I feel you.
I feel you, but I don't know you. No, I understand that. I just don't. I don't have like the logic behind it right now. Nah, it's not good. You know what I mean? Like I don't have the reasoning yet. I don't know why.
I think you
I
have
can't find it.
For Elsa?
Yeah, I can't find it. Like that's why the reasoning why she is in Meh is the reasoning already. And I'm just like, but she is like
So
OP in some ways. And she does learn her lesson.
she does.
She does learn her lesson. That's actually
She does.
that's a good point. Like,
After like 15, 20 years, she does.
okay.
It took her a while, but she eventually learned it.
Okay. I don't even like her that much. But she's a cutie with a booty. No, I'm just kidding. But like, I do feel like she's like should be higher.
I think towards the top of man is a good place for her. I think that she's above
This
Belle.
doesn't make sense though.
I think she's above Belle. But I
Yeah,
understand.
I think she should be above Belle.
But I just don't get it. If we're good with her and man. Like,
I'm not good with Elsa
but
and Meh.
that's where we settled with her, right?
Yeah.
Because I think I said kind of bad, and then you
Crazy,
were like pretty
first
good.
of all.
So we settled the man.
And it was more of a princess than Elsa. Yeah, Elsa was a queen. No, I'm just kidding. No, but that's accurate. I do agree with that.
That's why, and that's one reason Anna is at the bottom of pretty good.
Yeah.
Do I want to use my power?
Wait, so you want to leave Elsa there?
Yes.
That's ridiculous. She's with Jasmine, Meg. This one's kind of weird, but like I understand why she's there too.
To me, everyone in Man has their different reasons why they're not pretty good or go. All of them are
Doesn't make
valid.
sense.
Because to me, Jasmine should be pretty good.
That's ridiculous.
Why is that ridiculous?
It just, I would want to put her in Go because I love her that much, but it doesn't make sense as a character. She's just pretty. She just gave a piece of bread to one of her underlings.
It was a random citizen in the street, a kid. And then when the guards tried to get to rough him up or whatever, she was like, no, don't, like she got in between. She was protecting him.
Well, yeah.
That's
it though. Like that's it. Like and good thing she did.
That's more than anything Belle did.
Belle's not a legit princess. She's a Disney princess, but she's not a legit princess. She doesn't have the authority to do that.
We're just talking about their actions. When she was helping that boy, she was in disguise.
The actions
Jasmine wasn't being herself.
Beast turned him to a man.
No, when Jasmine was helping that boy, I know, but when Jasmine was helping that boy, she wasn't a princess. She was in disguise.
But she was a princess. She's still a princess.
Yes, but she wasn't using her powers of being a princess.
When she said, "Don't harm the boy," she was.
No, she got in between them, and then when they're like, "Who are you to tell us?" That's when she. But when she put herself in between them, she was just a random citizen.
Yeah, she was about to get cut up. She was about to get cut up, son. She was about to get cut up. That's what they did. They eye for an eye, wrist for a wrist.
That's still more than anything Belle did.
No, how is that more than anything Belle did? She gave a piece of bread to a.
She helped a kid, a homeless kid.
But she
lives
in a kingdom, and that's the only thing she did. That's the only thing she did. That's the only thing she did. She's rich.
What did Belle do?
She changed the whole man's life.
She changed Aladdin's life.
She did not change Aladdin's life.
She did.
Aladdin changed her life.
And the Beast changed Belle's life.
No. Belle legitimately changed the Beast's life. I mean, there's you could say that they changed each other's in both situations, but whoever has the higher here, Belle over the Beast as far as changing whose life, and Aladdin over Jasmine. I don't know.
I'm so torn.
I'm stressed.
And so I think what all of that means is that other than me using my power, we're not moving anybody. Because we can't come to an agreement on 2 to 3 of them.
Well then,
I don't.
Shouldn't we put him in the middle then of the line?
Between Pretty Good and Man?
Yeah.
Belle, Elsa, and Jasmine?
No, not Belle. I use my power on Belle, first of all.
Oh, yeah. True. You're right. True. So just Elsa and Jasmine?
No, not Jasmine.
Then who?
Well, I think that should be pretty good.
Well, but you already moved Belle on you with your own power, so who else besides Elsa? If it's not Jasmine. Rhea? I really don't disagree. I really don't agree with that.
It's just crazy. I just don't understand. In my mind, I'm like, dang, it's a whole nation. These are whole nations that they saved. Whole nations that they saved. I'm over it.
I think this is going to be the final board. I honestly don't feel strongly enough about Rhea to move her down.
Yeah, I mean, it would
I think
be
Man's
crazy.
a good place for her.
It would be crazy to move her down, I think. I mean, I understand it. Ooh, I understand it, but like, who we got there, it's just like, all right.
I think it's this final board.
I think we did good. I'm exhausted. Like, I'm not tired. I'm exhausted. All right, in the GOAT, we have Mulan, Esmeralda, and Rapunzel. Who we got for pretty good?
We got Moana, Ariel, Belle, and Anna. All over by herself.
And then for man, we got Rhea, Elsa, Meg?
No, Jasmine.
I'm about to drop something. Jasmine, Meg, and Merida.
Braveheart.
Then we got kind of bad. Pocahontas.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were trying to find a good angle for it.
Cinderella and Snow White, and then in the pit we got Aurora. So I mean, let me put this in front of the camera so y'all can like kind of. If y'all want to pause that later on, y'all can on YouTube. We will put this on YouTube tomorrow. Tomorrow at 11 a.m. Central, we will be doing NFL quarterbacks, total 180 from what we're doing right now. And it'll just be different, that's for sure. This is crazy, guys. But
I feel so mixed about this board.
really, I only feel mixed.
About like 2 or 3 of them, right? Well, you personally,
Not
you
2 or
probably
3 of
like.
them.
You feel mixed about Rhea. You feel mixed about Elsa,
I feel mixed about
and that's it, right? Elsa and Rhea.
yeah, that's it. But I think we did good besides that.
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
So listen up. Here's no, I'm just kidding. All right, guys. There you go. Disney princesses, tap crowns, and tiaras. Tink. So let's jam out as we get ready for the night to end. Bump up that music. Catch us tomorrow at 11 a.m. Central. My name's E Valley.
I'm D Money.
This has been Two Chickens.
Two Chickens.